This video is sponsored by 1xbet. Go to www.1xbet.com to register and enjoy the best odds with the game. And don't forget to use our promo code FFTRIBE, that is FFTRIBE, to register, and then you get 300% bonus on your first deposit. Thank you so much for watching. Your thoughts on the game, Agbor?
Talks. I'll say it's a very, very strange thing that you always have to put me in this position. You know, coming from a very difficult situation for Chelsea. Oftentimes, you know, I get to talk to you when it's
a bad result.
Yes, when it's a bad result. So it puts me in a very tight and difficult position. Honestly, because what would you expect me to say other than to say I'm very annoyed? I will tell you something, Tokes. It's the character. Character will win you a marathon.
Over talent.
Over talent. Talent can win you a sprint event, whereby you get to run from here and you finish in 200 meters or 100 meters. But when it comes to a marathon, you need character. And I see Gallagher today, he lacks the character to play for a club that wants to win a league. I see Loftus-Cheek. See, and let nobody tell me that Chelsea doesn't give players chance. Loftus-Cheek has been there for ages. He's been with Chelsea for ages, season in, season out. And you see that the only season Loftus-Cheek got to win something with Chelsea was when Mauricio Sarri was with Chelsea. And what tournament did he win for Chelsea? That was Europa League. How do you play a team like Leeds United and you're playing 5 men in the defense? How do you do that? Who does that? And you're a big team. You're supposed to be a big 4 team. Forget about the talk of big 6. You're playing against Leeds United. You're playing Reece James out of position. You're playing him from that position of center back, right center back. Whereas his natural position is supposed to be right back or full back. You play with certain players, they overcrowd your midfield. They overload the midfield for you because they know you have a sluggish player. You have a slow footballer in Jorginho, and you have an inexperienced player, or you have another player in Loftus-Cheek, if you play him in midfield, who hangs too much on the ball. And so what does the opponent do? They bring in numbers against you and they crowd you. Forget about whether you have very experienced players at the back. Once your midfield is choked, it's finished. And that's exactly what we saw. The pressure came, the team could not stand it, because when the pressure keeps knocking on your door, you will break at some point, and that was what happened here. It's so annoying that the coach could not see this. In the second half, at the start of the second half, he switched the system a little bit and moved Loftus-Cheek to the middle of the park. But what did he do? He moved Gallagher to the right side, and he decided to ask Gallagher to be stationary, instead of making Gallagher to work together with Loftus-Cheek and reduce the pressure on Jorginho. And the opponent kept piling up that pressure on the midfield, and the coach did nothing. When Gallagher saw the pressure, you see, it's a different ballgame when you're playing for Crystal Palace. And when you're playing for Chelsea or Manchester United, you're not ripe, you're not ripe. You're not ripe. Some play, like I said before, I'll go back to what I said initially. When you have talent, John Mason will tell you talent is never enough. Talent is never enough. That's why we have 11 players for one team, 11 players for the other team. 22 players chasing one ball. All of them will be talented, otherwise they won't be on that pitch. But do all of them, or would all of them have the character to be winners? No. That's why you have big teams like Madrid. You have big teams like Chelsea. You have big teams like Man U. These teams usually will buy characters.
Let me ask you this now. In terms of solution now, transfer market is still on. Just give me 3 names that will probably solve Chelsea's problem.
On a very short term, in the short term, you sign Aubameyang just as a stopgap measure. Just sign him. Somebody who can see the goalpost, have the ball and score. Not somebody who will have the ball and will kick the air. You know, so most of these Chelsea attackers will see the ball, see the goalpost, and they will kick the air and leave the ball. You understand? So you need somebody who will see the ball and see the goalpost and kick the ball. So Aubameyang won. In the middle of the park, if you have somebody like De Jong, you'll be fine. You don't need Fofana. Give Chalobah the opportunity to play, because he played last season. He was able to justify himself at least 55%. And he's almost the same age, in the same age bracket with Fofana. Why are you signing him for 85 million? Why do you want to sign him? See, what I see here with this our coach and the team now is like we give more priority to defense than scoring goals. So it means, and you know one thing, the things you fear the most usually will be the things that will befall you. So you fear conceding goals, you definitely will concede goals. So what do? The best form of attack is to attack, or defense is to attack. Think about scoring goals. In that way, you outscore your opponent. So if they score you two, you score them 4, you win the match. So, but when you want to avoid scoring goals and defend, you keep conceding goals, and that's exactly what we are suffering now. And honestly, you put me in a very difficult position. I didn't want to talk. I'm very angry, and I'm angry.
It's okay, don't worry.
Honestly.
Things will get better.